I get so caught up in the middle, thinking of drowning in those blue eyes. I'm losing sight 'cause I am falling. I'm so deep down, and it's not a lie that I die. I can't hide what this is. Yeah, I keep drowning in those blue eyes, and you can tell me all of your lies. I will put out all of the fire if it gets too dark. I'll be your light. Be your light.
Alright, you guys, welcome back. We are out here in the garden, and I am filling up these raised beds that I have built for the picking flower garden. I actually have quite a bit done. I was able to get the first bed built, which let me see if I can show you here, right here, which I've got electric fencing around it because the cats like to come in here and use my beds as litter boxes. But this is the first 100 on half the bed that is planted with my gladiolas. Alright, what are we going to plant in this second bed? Well, we are going to plant my Lisianthus. I'm hoping all of them will fit in this bed. There's like 96, 97 of them. I have the champagne, the white, and then the purple. They're starting to kind of struggle because they've outgrown their seed cell. So I'm really excited to be able to get these into the ground finally. Alright, you guys, we are going to be planting the Lisianthus, and they are spaced 6 inches apart. That's what I read in Lisa Mason Ziegler's book, that Lisianthus can be spaced 6 inches apart. So I think that they're going to be perfect in this bed. And what I did to fill this bed, let me show you. That dirt, which I was supposed to be garden soil that I got from Jim Dirt, is right there, and I've been putting it into these 2 beds right here. And then I topped the Lisianthus bed off because I wanted some really good mix, was with this Pro Mix garden mix. That way it's fluffy and keeps the moisture in. Over here, as you can see in this bed, I did get a Scott's brand garden mix, and it's more like mulchy dirt, where this one is real fluffy. So there's just a little bit of difference, but this is doing really well with my gladiolas. And let me show you, I just planted these a week ago Sunday. I don't know if you can see that, but there are gladiolas coming up here and then here. So they've only been in the ground for like 7 days, and I planted the bed, half of it, about right here over, is 100 gladiolas. Next Sunday on Mother's Day, I'll plant the rest of this bed out, and there'll be 200 gladiolas in this bed. Once they come up, I will take the electric fence down because the cats won't try to use it. The goal is to take the electric fence and go all the way around the entire picking flower perimeter. We just haven't got to that yet, but this is the best I can do until they come up and keep the cats out of this bed. I've got to do the same thing over here tonight. Hopefully I'll have enough string to go around this bed just like this one. Alright, you guys, I had to go in and cook dinner, and now we're going to get out here and we're going to try to finish up planting the Lisianthus, and then we are going to start trying to plant out some more beds into the garden, and hopefully we'll get it all done before dark. Alright, you guys, it is getting dark, but I wanted to grab the camera real quick because I got a delivery today and I am super excited to show you what I got in. Alright, you guys, I got a shipment in today from Brent Jensen on Facebook. I ordered some. Let me see if I can get this out. Super excited. I wasn't able to get any seeds for this, so I was really happy that he was offering plugs of it, and I'm really going to try to overwinter them, hopefully. But it is blue eucalyptus, so I got a dozen of them. I know that's not a lot, but it's going to be enough for the picking flowers and flower arrangements. So I want to say thank you to Jake Brent, the wholesale for the small scale grower. He's on Facebook, so if you're interested, you can go find him on Facebook. He offers a lot of really good stuff for picking flowers. Alright, so I'm going to unwrap this very carefully. Got it wrapped up, and they're just little plugs. Look really good. Oh, this one's super big. Dang. Okay, there was 5 in that one, so I still have 4 more. Ooh. Bet you that is my other 4. I mean, but look how healthy. That is a really good way to package plugs or seedlings, so if I want to ship anything to anybody, I'll know how to do it. Alright, you guys, we've got all of the eucalyptus potted up. I'm super excited that I ended up with 14 plants. I can't wait to get these all planted up in the garden for the picking flowers and be able to use them. They're going to be absolutely beautiful. Alright, you guys. We got the Lisianthus all planted out, and now we need to come in here and get this bed all cleaned out and get the Scott's humus and manure that I showed you guys a while ago. We're going to top these beds off. Usually I get the compost. I buy the compost, and this year the price of compost like tripled, and I just couldn't afford it. So I ended up getting garden soil, and I was not happy with the quality. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use the Scott's brand humus and manure. At least I'm getting compost into the beds, and hopefully tomorrow we can get some of these beds planted out. I'm really excited to bring you guys along and get that started. I did get the archway completely planted except for the vining nasturtiums that are going to go right here. So though this thing is packed out, and it is just going to be gorgeous when it's completely in full bloom. I cannot wait to show you guys everything that is going to be on the archway this year. I didn't bring you guys along with me because it was getting dark and I needed to throw that stuff in the ground before all the rain came. So let's get to moving some dirt and get these beds topped off, and then hopefully tomorrow I'll be able to bring you guys along as we plant the beds out. Alright you guys, I am a sweaty mess. It is warm today. It's probably about 85 degrees. So this bed has some weeds in it. So before I get to putting the dirt in there, I'm going to try to get all these weeds out. It's just going to be really quick, and I'll show you how I do that. Guys, we have got this bed all done. It is super humid out here today. I'm not looking forward to the summer, because if it's already this humid and hot at the 1st of May, June, July, and August is going to be miserable. And so I'm hoping and praying that I have both gardens completely planted out by the end of this month, because I do not want to be planting in June for sure. So anyways, I guess I will see you guys tomorrow, where we can start planting out some more beds and then give you a little mini garden tour. So I will see you guys back here tomorrow. Alright you guys, we are back at the bed, and I'm going to kind of tell you what's going on. I've been kind of playing around about how I actually want to plant this bed out, and we're just gonna see if it works or not, and if not, then next year I'll know to do different. But I've got my celery, because this is gonna be it was supposed to be my celery and my lettuce bed. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna line both sides here up with my celery, and let me just show you what else I've got going on. Okay, I'm going to line both sides of this bed with celery. And then I've came here about 2 feet and I've dug like a line, and this is where I'm going to plant flowers. And back here in the back, I have decided to plant my, Lisianthus, and these get about 3 feet tall. So they're gonna be in the back about this tall, and then we'll have the celery here. Let's see if I can turn y'all. We'll have the celery here. And then I had went to Hostels and I bought some dwarf sunflowers, and I think that these are supposed to get like 18 to 32 inches tall. I don't think it gets 3 tall. I think it's gonna be less than 3 feet tall. So anywhere from 18 inches to less than 3 feet tall. And what I've decided to do, and then I'm gonna go from the flowers up front, and I'm gonna go diagonally in the bed, and I'm gonna plant the sunflowers here, and then there'll be flowers up front, and then the Lisianthus in the back, and then you just have these bare spots in like the middle of each of the triangles, and that is where I am going to plant my squash. So this bed's gonna have 2 squash plants and 8 celery, Lisianthus in the back, and then I'm just gonna find like a lower flower to go up front. And I haven't decided just yet. I think the extra petunia, like the Proven Winners, Vista Bubblegum and Vista Snowdrift that I have extra, I think those will look very pretty up front. So we'll see what I find to do that. So let's get to planting the celery, Lisianthus, and the sunflower seeds. So I've got the red celery, and then over here I've got the pink and the white celery. So I think that this is going to bring some really pretty color to the garden too. So I didn't water these because I didn't want them to be too wet. That way it'd be easier to break up the roots. I'm gonna take all these ones right here off around the bottom. Alright, now that we've got all the celery planted, we're going to come in here and we're going to plant the Lisianthus. And as you can see, this has got growth on it and it's got roots really good. So we're going to get these. Planted into the ground, and hopefully we're going to have a lot of beautiful blooms. So, and this says that they're spaced 12 to 15 inches apart. So I've spaced them about 10 to 12 inches, because in raised bed I always try to pack it full to where I can get the maximum grow space and growing things in the bed. So they may be a little bit close, but I think that they'll be all right. And these are perennials, so I'll be able to dig them up and move them if I don't like them here for next year. But I'm really excited to see how this bed all comes together. Okay, I've got to plant this 3 inches, so I'm going to go about here to my knuckle on these. That's probably about 3 inches deep. You want to make sure that the roots are down and the little combs are up. Alright, you guys, now we are going to be planting the sunflowers from this row of flowers to the other row of flowers diagonally. That way in the middle the sunflowers will be standing up, and then we'll have the squash, the Lisianthus, or Lisianthus, I can't say it, and then have the petunias up front. So this is the center, so I'm going to drop in 2 seeds. Thank you guys for coming along with me today as we plant out the Lisianthus and get this bed all topped off, designed, and planted out. I cannot wait until the upcoming growing season to see how these beds all turn out. And if you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button down below and give me a thumbs up and share it with all your family and friends. And as always, thank you for watching. Until the next video, God bless.